At the University of Liverpool, staff have been instructed to problematise whiteness and heterosexuality. That same year, the local government in the city of Ghent removed a bust of King Leopold II. The city of Rotterdam in the Netherlands removed a bust of Piet Hein. So today I'm outside Cardiff Town Hall. I'm here after the Welsh Labour government decided they wanted to further involve themselves in this push for decolonisation. It's a term that's impregnated the realm of academia, where they claim that history needs contextualising by implementing talks of Western imperialism and colonialism from the perspective of minorities. Essentially, it's about removing Eurocentrism and amplifying the voices of the historically marginalised. It's also about critiquing the British Empire and elevating the stories of BME people. To decolonise a university course is to involve talks of white supremacy, colonialism, Western imperialism and other topics from an extremely progressive perspective. Even the QAA suggested the impregnation of lessons on white supremacy into maths classes. This started in 2015, when the University of Cape Town in South Africa tore down their statue of colonialist Cecil Rhodes. This movement then swept to the city of Oxford in the UK, after Oxford University was also asked to remove their statue of Cecil Rhodes too. Since then, decolonisation has been a major talking point throughout Western Europe. However, it's not just universities getting involved in this. In 2020, Black Lives Matter saw to the removal of prominent slave trader Edward Colston's statue, which Bristol Council decided not to re-erect. That same year, the local government in the city of Ghent removed a bust of King Leopold II. This was because of his colonial past and involvement in the Congo Free State. In 2022, the city of Rotterdam in the Netherlands removed a bust of Piet Hein, a naval officer commonly associated with the colonial period. And the list goes on. France has written a formal apology in acceptance of their role, and also introduced educational reforms just like the UK. And Portugal has followed suit. In 2021, Mayor of London Sadiq Khan offered grants of £25,000 each to Londoners to change their street names in a £1 million BLM-inspired campaign to decolonise London. Early 2024, the socialist-led government in Spain announced its plans to open a review of 17 museums and decolonise them if necessary. The Welsh division of the Labour Party, which has been in control of Wales since 1999, decided to weigh into the topic by releasing their Public Commemorations in Wales guidance. It's in this guidance that they state their intent to give public bodies responsibilities for teaching the right historic narrative. This plan of action outlines guidance to public bodies on how to ensure plaques, street and building names, pub names, paintings in public places, locations and statues and sculptures project the right historic narrative and don't insult, hurt or cause alarm and distress in members of the public. If it does cause alarm and distress in members of the public, which is very subjective, then the art could be removed without the need for public consultation. Because decolonisation is a topic ruled in wokeness, it's a very subjective process. How can they decide whether a statue projects the right historic narrative? At the University of Liverpool, staff have been instructed to problematise whiteness and heterosexuality. Is this the right historic narrative? In 2020, a review commissioned by Welsh First Minister Mark Drakeford, 209 monuments, buildings and street names were identified for being directly linked with slavery. One of those names was Thomas Picton. Picton was considered a war hero for his involvement in the Napoleonic War. In the modern epoch, however, he is despised and hated for apparently being some sort of slave owner. He wasn't a slave owner, his wife was, Rosetta Smith. Rosetta Smith was black. This is something that is clearly omitted when talking about decolonisation, is that in history, white people weren't the only evil ones and black people weren't the only ones who were the victims of evil. Within the next few years, we can expect our government to begin the process of removing statues, plaques and renaming streets which cause alarm and distress in people who have a fear of history, historiophobes. This isn't an issue that just affects Wales. Every country across Western Europe is doing exactly the same thing. It's been James Harvey from AW.today. I'll speak to you all next time. Cheers.